My name is Goldman. I'm the director and founder of Goldman & Associates. Our firm has a primary focus on family law issues here in Michigan. And we're continuing our video series today on interesting family law issues, so please subscribe to our channel. Today we're going to talk about the separation agreement. More specifically, should you and your soon-to-be ex, should you work out a separation agreement? Well, there are benefits to doing it. You have to understand one thing. In the view of the guy who wears the black robe, having that person determine what you shall or shall not do is really not the best way to run your family. Okay? If you force the court to make the decision, the court will do it. But in most cases, most judges are going to prefer that you work something out. And you know what? In my experience running this firm many, many years, I'll tell you one thing. Even if you do so begrudgingly, it is better that you work out some sort of resolution than to have some guy in the black robe tell you, you shall do this and you shall do that. This is when you're going to see your kid and you're not. This is how much you're going to pay. You're going to get this picture. She's going to get that picture. You know what? You don't need that in your life. If you absolutely can't work things out, then that's what the judge is for. But every effort should be made to come to a resolution. And so the first question is, should we try to work out some sort of agreement, some sort of separation agreement? I would say yes, you most definitely should. And there are benefits to doing that because you get to control the narrative. You don't have to have a judge give you by judicial authority what you shall or shall not do. Now that agreement could include a lot of things. As you are contemplating divorce, it could include, for example, the custody arrangement. What are we doing with the kids? Division of the assets, division of liabilities, and you can figure out on your own by sitting down at the table and going through the options whether or not an agreement can be had. Now, we're not naive enough to think that every single relationship lends itself to that kind of negotiation. You may say, well, gee, Mr. Goldman, that all sounds great, but every time I start talking about anything, my wife throws a dish at my head. Okay, well, if that's going to happen, then obviously you're not yet in position to undertake what me and you are talking about. But if there is an environment that supports it, it's definitely a good idea to work out some important things. And I'm not so much talking about stuff. The things that are going to hang you up in your divorce case are not going to be who gets the TV. It's going to be, what are we doing about custody, parenting time, child support? What are we doing about those things? How are we deciding where our kids should go to school? What are we doing about medical issues? Those are the real hang-ups. So in a situation like that, those are the things where if you want to spend some effort trying to negotiate, those are the things you should spend time on. The other things will sort of fall into place afterward. Now, another thing is about the separation agreement is that you might determine at that point that professional assistance is required. It could be forensic accountants to determine the value of something. You can't negotiate the agreement because you don't know what the business is worth. It could be how to handle a child who's got some challenges and you don't really feel that you can do it in a separate environment. Will a child, for example, who's very attached to an environment because of reasons of psychological attachment, be ready to handle a new environment where mom moves out or dad moves out? So those are the things that you can cover as well. If you have any questions about that, reach out and we'll be glad to help you out.